Oh, buenos dias. I'm just leaving the albergue now in Belorado, and this was probably the greatest albergue I've ever stayed in. It had a swimming pool, so all of us got there and we were just chilling by the pool. It was a beautiful walk yesterday, like 23 kilometers. It was really nice. I was in a room with everybody really snoring loud. It was so loud. I decided to go for a walk, and I ended up bringing my sleeping bag and sleeping poolside in a lounger, and it was probably the best night of sleep I've had this entire Camino. It's pretty cool. But yeah, I was just looking at the stars in my sleeping bag. It was so cool. So Belorado is this cute little town, very small, has a big cathedral. I'm going to try to get them to stamp my passport, because the cathedral seem to have the coolest stamps. I mean, you go to albergues and they'll stamp it, but the cathedrals usually have something really beautiful. It's like the picture of the cathedral or something, so it sort of makes for a good passport stamp. And everyone seems to be waiting. They were going to open it up and offer breakfast for €3, which typically means coffee and bread for €3. So, and there was nobody there, so I figured, why not take a walk into the town and see if I get lucky with a cafe that's open and start my day that way. So I'm hoping today will be a good day. According to the map, it looks pretty rugged. It's brutal. It's going to be doing up and down, and those are not the best days. They sort of suck, especially carrying a heavy pack. And I'm carrying a lot of food because we all agreed to stop and have a pretty massive picnic. So I am one of the food bearers today. So my pack has a little extra something to it today. So I will check back later. But I would have to say yesterday was probably one of the best days of walking. It was really beautiful. A lot of it was unfortunately by the road, because you'd go by the road quite a bit. So it was not always the prettiest noise-wise, but view and scenery and difficulty of walk was pretty simple. It was almost like just steady, very slight inclines up and down. Not very difficult. Everyone seemed to have no trouble. So today I got my real first blister, by the way, which I was so proud of my little format here. I've been doing a silk liner inside of a double lined sock, and I've been great ever since. But I guess it was when it was wet, the rain I think got in there and just sort of chewed up one of my heels. So I think I'll be all right today. Once you get walking, seems like you sort of numb up your feet and you don't feel the pain as much. And one other thing too, you don't need a watch ever. Every town has a cathedral and they ring. That's going to be 7 tolls right now, so it's going to be 7 in the morning. It's so cool. So even tonight or last night, I was like, I wonder what time it is, and then I'd hear the church and it would like be 4 bells, and I know, oh, it's 4 in the morning. So that's it. Sort of excited. I don't know if you can see this. See that thing up on the hill? It's pretty nifty. It's an old fort. Yeah, that's pretty cool. So I'm gonna boogie. I will talk at you later. Adios. It's been a pretty long, brutal walking day. Our group is trying to get into a little town called Ages, which is spelled like ages, A-G-E-S in English. It's a little further than the stop scheduled in the typical guidebook, but the albergue back in town was full, so we had sort of a better option of finding a place in the next town. I'm pretty beat. My feet are pretty had it. They're pretty shot. It's windy. It's beautiful country. You can see all around me. It's just really pretty. Beautiful landscapes, all directions. It's pretty neat. I'm excited. We've all sort of, as a group, talked about and I've decided I'm going to take a rest day in Burgos. It looks like many of the other people in our Camino family are agreeing to do that as well. So it looks like we're going to tomorrow make it to Burgos and then spend 2 nights there. Just have a really relaxing time. Just chill out, heal a bit, let our feet recover, try to recharge. Apparently after Burgos it's considered a very boring part of the Camino. It's what a lot of people equate to the desert. They say it's boring, you have lots of time walking a monotonous route in the sun. It's very flat, not a lot of hills, and they say this is the kind of environment where you really, I guess, delve deep into your personality. A lot of stuff will surface. So some of the people, a couple of our family, are going to be skipping ahead. They don't have the full amount of time to do the whole Camino, so they're going to take a train and skip that portion. Stefano's one. I believe Nancy is going to do it. She doesn't have enough time either, so but the rest look like they're gonna do it, you know, go through the hardship. So I'm hoping to as well. I plan on it. I don't know any reason I wouldn't, other than getting injured or something. It's getting windy. I'm very close, I think, to my town with the albergue. I'm gonna turn it around so you can see that. If you can see that little town down there, that is August, and so I should be getting a shower very quickly, getting out of the sun, getting some food, resting. I really need a shower. I've been sweating all day. It's been sort of a brutal, this is not an easy day. A lot of up and down, not very friendly to the feet. I think everybody is slightly aching and grumbling. But it's a beautiful walk. I mean, everything we see here is really pretty. And so with the complaining comes the good. Today I met a lady named Loot. Loot is an older woman, 66 years old, I believe. She's already walked 2,000 some odd kilometers from her home country of Belgium, planning to go all the way to Santiago. Really inspirational lady. We got a long talk. She was telling about how the relationships with her sisters, they don't really have a good relationship. So as crazy as it sounded, I felt a real need to just pray for her. So I got everyone there, even some people that were a little skeptical about what I was doing, to put their hands on her. And I did a prayer for her. And she cried very, very intently. And it was a very emotional moment. And I feel like it was sort of a divine moment. I feel like God was, I don't know, sort of, he was there. He was trying to open up a door, trying to create some reconciliation. I think it was really beautiful. So some of the people cried. It was weird, but that's sort of what this Camino is. It just opens up. It's like a wound that just gets torn open. Every single person I meet is fascinating, yet they're also wounded. They all have some kind of void they're trying to fill, and I get it. I'm just like them. I'm filling that void. I'm trying to get so freaking close to God, I don't even know where I leave off and he begins. So, but I'll stop rambling. I'm gonna get into town, shower, eat, and I will try doing another video log later. I'll try to interview or finish the interview with Madhu. I'm finding him to be a fascinating character. He's a Hindu that has never found happiness in his life, but he is more happy on this Camino with complete strangers that he's becoming deep friends with than all of his life in India. And so he's even, he wants to do a Camino reunion of our family. We're all gonna go to India sometime in 2014 and possibly have like a little get together just to reminisce and see how we're all doing. I don't know. We've only known each other for 11 days, so it's crazy how fast and how deep you can come emotionally connected with people that you just met. It's really a powerful experience. It's almost like a crash course in emotional bonding. I really don't know how to put it in other words. It really doesn't, words don't explain it quite right. So it's probably too windy. I'm guessing this mic isn't picking up any percentage of what I'm saying, so I'm gonna stop. I'll talk to you later.